Hello everybody, my name is Iceface. Today I'm running some T5 Abyss to get a skill injector, yet another one for this mining foreman skill this time, not the social connections one, the mining foreman one. And I don't know if you've seen, you may have seen if I have uploaded it, I have just been recently in a Triglavian Dreadnought room, and I didn't expect that actually. It was a little surprise right there. It's like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna do some T5 Abyss. Now I find a Triglavian Dreadnought room. But that's the nature of the Abyss. You get a bit of, oh no, what the heck, I'm getting slammed into these, lock these guys up. That's the nature of this Abyss. You got a bit of RNG factors everywhere, including this yeet cloud that I just got flung into. Okay. Oh, I don't like the idea. I have to be really careful about that, because the thing is, Leshaks, they can have starving Leshaks. They can actually be really, like those, they have really lethal newts. Those are lethal newts. They can kill you very quickly, including this one over here, which I actually didn't notice. Actually, I'm going to take this one out real quick after these two ones are down, because the problem is I can get neuted out like almost straight away, almost in one burst if there's a multiple of them, and then bye-bye tank, bye-bye ship. I have to be really careful about that. This is the thing with this Depths of the Abyss update. I'm still not fully used to this. I've been doing Abyss since 2018. These are only relatively new things that have been released in the autumn of 2020. So, oh, no, please stop, no. Okay, good. I bumped into that. I have to stop activating my MWD in these clouds. But it's a bit difficult to get used to these new things, or it'll take a bit of time, because I've been doing the same old Abyss for a long time. These are pretty big changes actually. Make it give a bit of different end. Okay, look, let's just go to the bioadaptive cache very quickly. Whee! Almost gonna go 7k a second. Yay! Second wave, very easy, very easy. The rogue drones. I noticed that these rooms seem to be very light actually. The Abyss, I've noticed they can sometimes everything varies all the time. Everything is an RNG factor on top of an RNG factor. But you notice sometimes that the environment feels a bit lighter. But I've also noticed that you can also have very dark ones. And I'm not talking about those dark abyssal sites. I'm talking about like actually it can be like a very darkish blue, but now it feels very light everywhere. Let's go for this field weavers. The field weavers, they're gonna do remote reps on the these rogue drones. Oh, stop! I don't like how you cannot really even control your ship. It's so annoying. Sometimes it's so fast that it's like, okay, why even use an MWD? But obviously it's not going to be all the time. Split the drones, wreck these drones. They're like flies. I've been watching this YouTube channel where they actually they go and they're these infestations of these pig animals that they have become so many, and they're basically ruining these farms. And what they do is these guys, they come and they shoot them and they make videos of that. And it is reminding me a bit of actually this, where we're just going into the Abyss and just flinging these rogue drones like this. It reminds me a bit of the same thing. Okay, have we got any good loot? Okay, not particularly good loot. Actually, quite recently, I got a really good run. One whole run gave me like 200 mil. And that was because I got a large unstable cap battery mutaplasma. Those are really expensive, really nice things to have. I would love to get more of them, but you know, whenever I film, it seems like I can never get them. It's only when I do not film that I get them. Okay, extraction cache. Let's go over here. Lock up a few more of these guys, because they die so quickly that I have to. It's hard to keep. It's hard to keep them all locked up. But I need to recall my drone because it's taking a lot of damage. Let's go for this extraction node that I did not get here. I don't know if I'll be yeeted. Yeet cloud. It'll yeet me. I don't know if it's gonna yeet me properly. I would have expected to be in that orange cloud. The annoying thing about these orange clouds, they're very dangerous if they're neuting people on the grid, because they'll make so your shield boosters use a lot more capacitor. But it's also really annoying how they are just like the hitbox, or the area that they affect is not actually that clear. You know, it looks almost okay, now it does not look, but before, when I was a bit back here, it looked like I was in the cloud, but I wasn't actually in the cloud. And sometimes it can look like you're not even in the cloud and you are in the cloud, so it's a bit annoying to understand like where's the boundaries. It can get a bit frustrating sometimes. I kind of wish they would have make it a little bit clearer, or reflect where the boundary box is No, I'm not saying that they should make it so that like it's like a red line around it, but what I'm saying is that it should be kind of clear where there is orange stuff, that is what affects you. When it is not orange stuff, that's when it does not affect you. This Kikimora blueprint is good because this is worth I think a few mil. I think it's worth like maybe 15 or something like mil, something like that. They used to be worth a lot more though. They used to go for like 35 mil. I think they're worth a lot less now. Thing is, you know, abyssal runners like me, it's pretty popular activity. So obviously, naturally, over time, there's going to be more and more people. It's going to also go down in price. The things we get from these abyss sites. My drone's a bit banged up. Okay, let's go to the extraction node over here. Ephialtes wave, basically brain dead wave. You just kill, it's like the rogue drones. Just it takes a bit longer because they're cruisers, so they kind of have more HP. Just split them up here. Shoot out missiles. You know, something for you guys, a tip if you wanna have your sight times a lot faster, just make sure, and you're using a Gila, make sure you always are shooting your light missile. I do this like mistake a lot, is that I know there are people in range, but I don't use my light missile. And you want to be, basically the thing is, you want to be outputting DPS for as long time as possible as you're in the site, and you want to actually have that DPS apply. So sometimes it can happen that they are like at 30 kilometers and they are in range, but I'm just thinking that, oh, it's maybe they're just going to cruise out of range. But actually, you can get a few hits in there. You can do a bit of extra damage, and you can do the site cleared a bit faster. And look how light this is. I would have expected this in like a T1 abyss, because this is like a trend that I noticed, that the higher tier the abyss, the darker it becomes. So I'm used to it being very dark in the higher tier, like T4, T5 abyss, but this is what you would usually find in T1, maybe T2 abyss. I'm very surprised. It's I think it has just something to do with the RNG, because like generally speaking, you get more darker skyboxes the higher tier you are, but then I think there's also like an RNG factor that, like, okay, like how it can vary a bit between like being this dark and a little bit less dark, and this is probably on the lower spectrum of what you can get on a T5 abyss. Come on, MWD, activate. No, there's too many. Oh, there's this null walkers over here. There's scrambling me. There's cheeky scrub. Let's go for this guy. This is actually a very good time, actually. You know, less than 10 minutes and almost done with this wave. And it's also the minus 50 EM resistance. It has a bit to do with that we got very easy waves. So we got those lair sharks. We got those rogue drones. Two of the easiest waves actually you can get. The Ephialtes is the sleeper cruisers right here. They're one of the longer waves. They take a bit longer. Like you'll go usually in the 4 minutes, sometimes even 5 minutes if you're not that good. It's one of those waves where it's just like, I can't be bothered with those. Well, I don't really feel that way, but compared to relatively speaking, compared to the other waves, it is like that. Also, I actually almost died once to one of these waves because I, by accident, took a exotic filament instead of an electrical filament. I've got EM drones. EM drones are going to do a lot more damage in the electrical side than exotic drones, because EM drones are made to do EM damage, so they'll be doing more damage because everything here has got reduced EM resistance in the electrical side. In the exotic side, you've got reduced kinetic resistance, and I had EM drones, so that's not good. I should have had Vespers, those kinetic drones, and I was really close to dying. I finished the site at like 19 minutes. I was very afraid that I overheated even my missiles. That it was so little DPS increase, I still did that because I just didn't want to waste any time at all. And I was very close. And I was surprised I even didn't get neutered out because my capacitor was really low as well. Like I barely had any stable capacitor at all. But luckily, I was lucky that I didn't get too many neuting waves, so I survived that. But the thing is, like exotic, it sounds almost the same as electric. Or not, it doesn't sound the same, but it starts with a similar letter like E, you know. So I think what happened was that I must have like had in my inventory like an exotic one, and then I wasn't looking properly, and I just took the exotic one instead of the electric one. Oh, are we getting neutered out? Are we? It's all right. You know, they're neuting us. We've got MWD shield booster active, and they still don't care at all. You can always turn this off. We've always got that buffer room. So T5 site done. Not so good loot here. This 61 mil. We did it in. It's just under 12 minutes. Okay, a little bit over 11 minutes. But maybe this Kikimora blueprint, I think that's worth like 10, 15 mil. So, okay, then it's not that bad then. They're about 75 mil then. So, this is a little T5 run there. Soon I want to get this large skill injector to be able to get the mining foreman skill book. This skill book here, which is required for the mining director skill, which is required for industrial commandship skill, which is required for the orca. Alright, Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.